Hi, welcome to my channel. This is the third fragrance review I've done so far, and it's a really exciting one for me because I'll be reviewing Black Star by Avril Lavigne and comparing it to what I found to be a really similar dupe of some sorts, and that is Burberry Brit, specifically the EDT for women. This is so exciting because I've I've purchased this a few times since it's been discontinued, though now it is just so expensive. Like a 100 ml bottle would be upwards of $300. I can't really justify that anymore. So I've been searching for a dupe and I heard Burberry Brit, though I believe the EDP mentioned a few times on Fragrantica, and I looked into it. I tested both the EDT and EDP in store, and I actually found that this was so similar. I wanted to put this video out there because, people are not really able to purchase Black Star anymore. It's getting rarer and rarer and more expensive. And I really just want to put Burberry Brit EDT out there as something to try if you've really wanted to see what Black Star is like overall, or if you already know what Black Star is like and you're looking for something to keep you going, something that's still in production and something that is actually on sale quite a lot. So the Black Star bottle has clearly, well, the color of the fragrance is clearly just declined. This is supposed to be bright pink. I think some people's ended up pale pink. Looking back on reviews, I think that the fragrance itself, the liquid, faded very quickly after manufacturing, because I saw some people back in like 2011 saying that they purchased a new bottle, so it was still in production then, and it had already faded to like quite a yellowy color. So that's pretty unfortunate because this was so striking with the pink liquid. Mine, since I've only purchased this since 2017, it's always been this yellowy color, but I still think the bottle makes up for that. It's just gorgeous. It's like an irregular shaped star, and the lid is like a more even version of that. And then, as you know, there is a little wearable spiked ring, and I'm actually wearing one here that's from an old bottle that I had, also wearing the little ring that comes with the Rock Princess 2023 Vera Wang fragrance that I've reviewed in another video. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend actually wearing this. I've sometimes kept the ring on a keychain, which is really cute, but it's uncomfortable. It's supposed to be a thumb ring, but my thumb knuckle is too large. So yeah, however I wear this, it's just going to be really uncomfortable. Does look cute though. I believe that this bottle got relicensed to other brands of fragrance that were released in other countries. I don't know, I've seen like at least two listings on Fragrantica that look the exact same as this, maybe with like a different color ring or something. But yeah, Avril did design this bottle herself, so that makes it really special. She did such a great job. And she also decided the notes for this fragrance. So I won't go into the bottle of Burberry Brit too much. This has been around for way longer than Black Star. It's just, yeah, it's nice looking, but it's not eye-catching to me. Like if I had seen this in the store, I would not have bothered to test it unless, without me already having known that it was recommended as a Black Star dupe. I sprayed this on this morning, both of these. I put Black Star on this arm, Burberry Brit on this arm in the, elbow corner. And I've been smelling it across the whole day, taking notes about how similar they are over time, because they kind of get more similar after the first spray, I think. And I also sprayed them on paper and have been comparing them on my skin as well as on paper. But I'll start from the beginning, spray it again so I can get the top notes and describe them in time, but I will be looking back to my notes that go up to 5 hours. which is now. Spray Black Star on this arm. That sounded really weird. The first smell I get from Black Star is really fruity. So the top notes are blackcurrant, pear, and mango. If I wasn't reading the top notes, I wouldn't be able to tell you which fruit, but people, you know, a lot of people say the mango really comes through. But yeah, for me, it's just fruity, and it's very, very pleasant to me because fruit is my favorite top note. So Burberry Brit on this arm. I love the sprayer of this bottle, by the way. I think it's really good. So at first, I do notice that they are really similar, but the top notes of Burberry Brit are very different. The only one in common they have is pear. So Burberry Brit has green almond, lime, pear, and lemongrass. And yeah, it's got to be the lime, pear, and lemongrass that kind of smells similar to Black Star. Perhaps there's a little bit of sugariness in the green almond, or maybe the mid notes coming through already because there's sugar in the mid notes that do make it kind of fruity. But I guess that Burberry Brit, instead of just like a bright fruity like Black Star is, I think Burberry Brit is sort of like a fresh fruity. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's citrusy because there's a lot of sugar and sweetness still coming through, but yeah, it is a fresh fruity. But yeah, it's so confusing that somehow the notes are so different, but already they're just mixing in. Like I remember spraying this EDT first in the store, and I thought like, yeah, it's sort of similar. And then I walked away to another section to try the EDP, and I got a whiff from the paper that I sprayed it on, and I was like, no, that is Black Star. That, like, I cannot tell the difference in that whiff that I got. But unfortunately, I didn't get the same very, very close vibe to Black Star in the EDP, which is sort of like a dark bottle. So that's why I ended up going with this, because it initially gave me a vibe so close to Black Star. But anyway, at the moment, they are so similar. I think that Black Star becomes more like Burberry Brit. By the way, I just don't spray on my wrists or my forearms because I have very sensitive skin there. So yeah, like right now they are just so similar. I think Burberry Brit sort of has like a citrusy edge to it after a few minutes, and Black Star, maybe because the mid notes are starting to come through, and those mid notes are hibiscus, jasmine, and lotus. Maybe because of that, it is starting to smell more floral and a little bit more similar to Burberry Brit, which has the lemongrass and in the mid notes almond, sugar, and peony. Peony being a floral note. So yeah, I think that they really start to merge together from like that 1 minute mark to maybe like 10 minutes. It's almost like you just can't tell them apart. I wrote after 1 hour, they became much more the same. So yeah, I guess that extends past 10 minutes and to a full hour, they start smelling very similar. And I said that on the skin, Black Star was slightly stronger, and on paper, Burberry Brit was slightly stronger. I think that after a while, Black Star starts to smell a bit softer with those mid notes, because all the mid notes are soft florals, you know, hibiscus, jasmine, lotus, they are soft florals. Whereas Burberry Brit has stronger mid notes with the almond and the sugar, although the peony is still a pretty soft floral. Yeah, even on my arms, I'm already detecting that Black Star is a lot softer. But I guess after an hour, when the base notes come out, it becomes stronger again. Yeah, I've written all sorts of like contradicting stuff, but yeah, it's so interesting how together they change over time at different levels. But yeah, right now, and it's only been like 5 minutes, Black Star is pretty soft and Burberry Brit is quite strong in comparison. So after 2 hours, I thought that they were base notes only. I could only detect the base notes. So Burberry Brit's base notes are vanilla, mahogany, and amber, and Black Star's are dark chocolate, vanilla, sandalwood, and musk. So yeah, after 2 hours, they were just so similar. They both kind of smelt a little chocolatey to me. I guess like Black Star does have chocolate in it with vanilla, so it was just like delicious. Um, and Burberry Brit has vanilla, mahogany, and amber. So I guess, yeah, the mixture of them could come off a little chocolatey, but either way, they're both just very warm, delicious scents. Though I wouldn't go as far as to say that they're like a gourmand that smells super edible. They're just sweet, vanilla, delicious. Pretty much all of the fragrances I like have that in it. Yeah, it's almost like at this point, I can barely even smell Black Star. It's like it's just become very faint. And it's just so strange that that will change again because I know I wrote that Black Star was stronger after an hour. So coming on to 3 hours, I wrote that they were very similar again on the skin, but Black Star was a little more chocolatey. I wrote that on paper. The Black Star was, I should use the same hand. I said that Black Star was brighter and fruitier, and Burberry Brit was more cloudy. And I made the comparison after 3 hours that Black Star smelled, it's like I likened it to smelling like a fruit cake or a rocky road, something that like mixes chocolate with fruit or like fruit candy lollies or something. And then I said that then Burberry Brit would be like a sugared tea biscuit. So that they sound like two completely different things, but at the same time, they're like the same. And then after 4 hours and 5 hours, it was pretty much the same from there on out. It was just the base notes. It was very faint, even on my skin. And that's the point where I would be like, yeah, I need to reapply because unfortunately, I don't think either of these fragrances would last you the whole day unless maybe you sprayed it just on your clothing as well. And then people might smell it if they like hug you and get really close. But yeah, for a little bit more projection, you definitely need to spray it after half a day. These papers have been sprayed for like 5.5 hours now. They're smelling pretty similar, but I still agree with my comparison of Black Star still having like a little bit of a fruity brightness to it, and Burberry Brit being like a little bit more subdued, like it's a bit more hazy and cloudy. So it's like they are actually the same perfume, and Black Star is like a bright daytime version, and Burberry Brit EDT is like the cloudy, like rainy day version, but they're still the same. Like you cannot love Burberry Brit EDT and dislike Black Star and vice versa. That's why I think that you should still try Burberry Brit EDT if you were wondering what Black Star is like, because you pretty much will get the same experience and you will get the vibe of it. And maybe in the future I could try layering something fruity over the top of Burberry Brit to try and get a little bit more of that Black Star fruitiness, but in the end it ends up fading away anyway, so I won't be making that a priority assignment. But yeah, it's interesting that at this point, after 5 hours, Black Star is actually stronger on paper than the Burberry Brit, even though I said around that 1 hour mark with the mid notes, Burberry Brit was much stronger than Black Star. But yeah, these are both just very impressive fragrances. They are my two favorite ones. I think that I simply am liking, I mean, not I have to start liking Burberry Brit more because this is the one I'm going to be buying from here on out. And I'll miss Black Star forever, but I feel like maybe Burberry Brit is sort of a slightly more mature version as well. So I think it is very suitable that I'll be buying this and wearing this as my signature fragrance now. And perhaps Burberry Brit is more versatile than Black Star, because I don't think it smells like really young. Avril did describe Black Star as like it was supposed to smell young and fun and being your own star and all of that, whereas I think Burberry Brit is like slightly more mature. I wouldn't like place this to young girls. I would say this could be worn by anyone of any age. And I think that this smelling like the cloudy version of Black Star sort of makes it suitable for more weather. Like, I've worn this on summer days right now, and it's still beautiful, and I can wear it to the gym. Like, my sweat and body heat won't get in the way of the smell at all. It still smells like it's supposed to. I've worn it on a cloudy summer day the other day, and that was honestly so beautiful. The best experience I've had with this yet. It was still very warm and very humid, but this was just still gorgeous. And I think even in winter, like a winter's day, this would still smell really comforting. So it's like I can just make this fit any occasion, and it's, yeah, very everyday sort of thing. Sadly, this bottle of Black Star only has about 30 mils left, and I'll probably be using that sparingly. I'll try and keep this as something I wear in summer or spring when I'm feeling really special, or when I'm trying to like evoke memories from when I wore this a lot in like 2017 and 2018. I will of course be keeping the bottle as a cute ornament. But yes, I'm super happy that I found something that can replace Black Star for me, and that can allow me to like experience more and make more out of the scent that like reminds me so much of Black Star. It's like the same essence, the same vibe, and I really hope that Burberry Brit is in production for a lot longer. So thank you for watching this video. I hope that if you were looking for something that's very similar to Black Star, that you do consider Burberry Brit. Let me know what you think of the two if you've tried both. And yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day.